Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't know what this was. So I know that I've been kind of like inconsistent with posting videos. I only have 3 on my channel, and I'm just kind of learning how to get this stuff together because I'm still new. First of all, I want to say I think I wear gray in every single one of my videos, so that's cool. I usually wear my boyfriend's clothes because they're comfier. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do videos Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'll put that right there so that you guys know when to look for my videos. And then any other day that I'm not super busy, let me shut my fan off. Okay, great. I work 6 days a week, and so but some days I can come home and it'll still be light out, like still be sunny, so I can still post videos. So it's gonna be Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I don't know what time, probably somewhere around afternoon, evening time when I get them edited and uploaded. Okay, with that being said, I've done a few videos. I've done 3 different videos. The first one was talking about what my channel is going to be about, and the other 2 was my tattoo one and then the boyfriend tag. I've done 2 different, well technically 3, but 2 different videos to introduce who I am, and now I really want to get into what my channel is truly going to be about. So this video is going to talk about my mental health diagnosis, and the ways I cope with it and the ways that somebody else could cope with it who are dealing with the same thing or who struggle with any of the above. I don't have a degree in any of this, and I'm not going to speak from a medical point of view. I'm just going to tell you how I deal with the things that I go through day to day, what I was diagnosed with, and hopefully it can help somebody else. I have nothing, like I'll keep looking down because I have a notebook that I keep all my stuff in, and I just have a couple like YouTube ideas, but I have nothing else like talking points written down because I feel like I can just talk perfectly fine, I guess. I don't know. So if I seem a little weird in this video, it's because it's one of my off days. That's kind of why I wanted to do this video today, and to talk about like how I cope with being on one of my off days where my anxiety is high and I'm just not in the best of moods, and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna get right into it. Sorry for the very long intro, but here we go. So, mental health diagnosis. Now, the difference between a mental health diagnosis and just feeling this certain way, like from day to day, is pretty big. So a lot of people can have anxiety over things. You can be anxious in situations that make normal people anxious, right? Well, anxiety, there's a couple different ones, a couple different, I guess, labels of anxiety. And that is literally like you're just constantly anxious. Like literally, it's just a running cycle, and it affects day-to-day life. Excuse me. Affects day-to-day life, and it affects the way that you live, pretty much. That's a mental health situation. But you never want to talk down on somebody who doesn't know if they're depressed or they're just going through something. Okay, if that makes sense, like, then roll with it. But if it doesn't, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to explain it better going in with talking. You can be depressed for various different reasons. And it just happens to be when you have depression, most of the time you've absolutely no idea why you're sad or upset or depressed. And it's bigger than just feeling sad. It's the suicidal tendencies to I can't ever say this word on my channel. Suicidal tendencies, suicidal tendencies and suicidal thoughts, suicidal actions, any type of self-harm, and yeah, that is depression. And I'm only gonna speak on the mental health areas that I have. I'm not going to speak on any of them that I do not have because I don't know, because I don't have them. So let's get into my mental health diagnosis. I was diagnosed at a very young age with anxiety, a very, 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 very severe anxiety disorder. It was first my depression and then my anxiety, and then not even very long ago I learned that I have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So anxiety, depression, PTSD, those are my mental health diagnoses. I don't know if I have anything else, but I don't think so, because everything else I feel ties into one of those. So, all my mental health issues started because I was sexually abused when I was younger. And I can go into a whole nother video on how I dealt with all of that because it's long and it is triggering. So, what else? So, anxiety, depression, PTSD, I started all of them from my sexual abuse. So that will be a whole nother video. This is going to be more positive, how you can deal with it, how I deal with it, what my day-to-day looks like, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Okay, so my anxiety has different days. It's a person. It has different days where it'll be very bad, where I don't want to drive anywhere, I don't want to go anywhere without my boyfriend. It's just very high. I feel like my heart is racing all the time. Little things will set me off. Definitely will have a panic attack or an anxiety attack. And it's just, I feel very unsafe, very unsure, very scared, blah, 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 like, etc. Okay. And then I'll have days where it'll be very minimum, where I can do things like drive. I can drive in the dark. I can go places without my boyfriend. I can stay home by myself without a problem. Like, I have an up and this is not up. I have an up and I have a down. And it is hard. To say the least, it is very difficult. It affects absolutely everything I do. And it's not something where somebody can say, oh, just shake it off, because you can't. You cannot shake it off. That is what is difference between being anxious and having anxiety disorder. Yeah. Most of these are a chemical imbalance in your brain. So you don't know sometimes why you're feeling that way. A lot of foods will make my anxiety worse. Like, I can't drink coffee, I can't drink energy drinks, I can't eat a lot of sugar. Yeah, that's the main. It makes my heart race, it makes me have very bad anxiety. I take excuse me, I take a medicine for my anxiety, and it's called metformin, because I also have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it also ties into my mental health issues. Not all of them, but some of them. And so when I do take that, I feel a lot better, but if I forget to take it, it's like, it's wild, it's bad. So that's the only medicine I take. That's the only medicine that I will take, because I refuse to take any other ones. And if you think that's dumb, I'm sorry. I'm just the type of person that I feel like I can fix it myself and I don't need medication to do it. So that's what my anxiety looks like day to day. It's a real thing. It's prevented me from, I graduated in May, it prevented me from going to college the fall. I was going to go in January, decided I didn't want to go in January, and I was going to wait until the following fall. I'm just continuously pushing it back because I don't like change, my anxiety gets bad, school is hard for me, etc. So I've decided, no, I'm not going to give in to that, and I'm going to go in January because I'm going to do what I want to do, and I've decided what I want to do. And I want to be a paralegal because I think that is super cool. Yeah. Just a little tidbit on that. So I'm gonna go in January, so it's October, I'm gonna go in January, and I'm not going to use my anxiety as a boulder holding me down. I'm gonna do it because I wanna do it, and I wanna have a good life, financially stable. I wanna be happy with my job. I don't wanna work these part-time jobs anymore. They are not for me, so yeah. Another thing is, with going on the college thing, is I don't want to go to university. I'm going to go to a local community college because I feel very anxious, and when I'm in places I don't know, when I'm in a big crowd, when I'm around people I don't know or don't particularly like. I don't like the party scene. I always think about what could possibly happen at a party or like somewhere outside of my house. But I have to sometimes force myself to go outside my house because it'll get so bad to the point where I won't. I'll just sit in my room and watch YouTube or do something. I just won't go outside because it just makes me nervous. And I think that just comes with being sexually abused and being alone. That's what happened. And so my brain's like, I don't want to go through that again, so let's not go outside. So, but sometimes you do have to push yourself to do things that's going to be outside of your comfort zone because you can't let your anxiety win. So anxiety is a huge part in my life. Huge. It's like sitting on my shoulder all the time, and I'm working through it, but it's always going to be there, and I know that, and so I've learned how to deal with it. Now, going into the ways that I deal with it, couple different ones. So if I don't feel like my life is in order, it stresses me out, and that's a normal thing for everybody, but it's more so, it really stresses me out, and it makes me emotional, and it makes me cry. So what I do, okay, this just came out of it. I have to fix that because it just made me mad. Anyway, I write all my stuff in a book, like a notebook. I like the hardcover ones because they don't get as destroyed easily. So pretty much I'm just starting to learn how to budget. Yeah, I'm almost 19 and don't know how to budget my money. Like, good job. This isn't gonna focus. Oh yeah, it is, look at that. So this is what my stuff looks like. Like, I'll budget my money out. I budget with how many hours I can work and how many hours I do work, and then I also budget with how many hours with my school, like how many hours I'm gonna be able to work, paying my bills and still going to school. This makes me feel 10 times better to look at it and be like, yeah, I can go to school because I know how many hours I can work and what my bills look like, and that's important to me. So that's a way that I feel like a lot of people should deal with anxiety because it helps me to write things down. I'm also a really good writer, so sometimes I just write just to write. And then I have like the YouTube ideas and stuff. That's all. This is a new notebook, but I can show you a few of them that I actually have. So this is the brand new one. I got it because I work at Staples, so office supplies is always a thing. I have this one where, see, it says, I think it says, yeah, it says Staples on it. It's a problem. When I was working out, like, religiously, I wrote down all my stuff. I wrote down a list of, like, things that I want, and then I did some signatures on my name. Doing to-do lists, truthfully, for me, have helped my anxiety tremendously on days where I'm having an off day, or on days just in particular that I need to sort things out in my brain. That's what I do, I write. And I think that it could help out a lot of other people. This is my other notebook. This is a mess, that's why I got the bigger one. But to save money, we do the envelope method, and I can talk a little bit more about budgeting money and the way that we're doing it and learning about it, actually, because it might help somebody who's beginning to do it. I started my very first budget on this page. I've been planning out trips for me and my boyfriend for our 2 years. And then more budgets because that's all I like to do these. And then that's it in this notebook. But like this notebook is crazy. Like it's all over the place. Like you can see, I could like do this way and everything would fall out. So the most important thing besides my notebooks to me, because I need to keep my life together, I get very stressed out and my anxiety becomes very high, is a planner. I suggest getting any type of planner, like even if it's like a full-size planner like this. Well, this is a notebook, but I'm just saying like there's different size planners, or something that's like a medium size, or even something that's like half of this size. Okay, that's bigger, whatever. Get something that is pretty to you, that's aesthetically pleasing, that you like, that you know you will write in, because where are we? I got this in September. Okay, this is what this looks like. This may not look organized to you, but my brain likes the way this looks because I know exactly what I'm doing each day, the following week, whatever. The other thing is, these are very expensive. They're like $13. But these are awesome to me. These help me to sort out my life, literally. So they're stickers that you can put in your planner. So they have like, I'll show you. Hold on momentarily. Like ones that say like pay bills. And then they have like payday, they have laundry, they have like the weight loss and like steps that you took for that day. They have like the holidays, what's for dinner. See, this is the holiday one. I ripped it out because I need it. They have some ones that are lazy week. Like they have like such cute stickers. I got this at Walmart. Staples has them. Anywhere that has planners will probably have them. But they have 1,829 stickers in here. So. And this is just what this looks like. Like I have where I worked and payday and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you go to October, it's a little less like crazy because I haven't put stickers in there yet. But I just put like our bills are due, when I was gonna do certain things. So that's just what this looks like right here. And this helps to keep my anxiety fairly low some days. Other days, it's just high and there's nothing I can really do about it. And that's okay, you're gonna have those days. But I do recommend writing things down, writing your feelings down, writing how you are dealing with things that day, and writing down your life events, because it truthfully really, really helps. It also helps to get really cool pens. And you may think that I just like to spend money on office supplies because I work at Staples, and to that you would be slightly correct, but also this helps me. Especially in school, this helps me to write in different colors, and it helps my brain to remember and not to feel so like frazzled. So these are like the big ones. These write so nice. That's one way that I cope with my anxiety. The other way that I cope with my anxiety is watching a TV show that I really, really like. So I really enjoy The Office because I think it's funny. A big thing about, like, there's a child yelling outside. There's a big thing about if you really do have like an anxiety disorder, it's very hard for you to watch scary movies. Well, it's hard for me to watch scary movies. They just make me too, oh my god. They make me very anxious, so I don't watch scary movies, I don't watch scary TV shows. The only thing I watch is like criminal, like crime shows, because those are interesting to me, and I want to be a paralegal, and I'm gonna deal with that, so yeah. So I watch one of my favorite, like my favorite show. I just watch it, and sometimes I'll binge watch it, and it makes me feel better. Doing things that make you feel safe and secure are very important, but at the same time, you also want to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So by me deciding that I want to go to college in January rather than the next fall is very important to me, and I feel like it's a very big step. Anytime I get in my car to drive somewhere, I also find it a very big step. Support yourself. and celebrate mini milestones, celebrate things that you can't do on a day-to-day basis, but that day you did, because it's very important to have self-love. I struggle with that, but at the same time, it's just very important to know that, you know, you're supporting yourself, you're trying to help yourself feel better by good self-talk. That's also very important. This video is very long, but I feel like I have a lot of information to share. So I've done a lot on my anxiety, and I think I'm going to do a part 2 on the depression and paranoia. Depression and paranoia, which is also comes with PTSD, so that's cool. Depression and PTSD will probably be the part 2. I don't know if I have anything else to say about like the ways that I deal with it. It's a rant, but it's also, I hope, going to help somebody else. So kind of to like recap, and if I think of anything else, I'll tell you. But truthfully, I would write everything down, whether it be a planner, whether it be a notebook, whether it be just sticky notes. You could do sticky notes. They won't be very organized, but it's okay. And watch your favorite TV show, have your favorite foods, foods that make you feel comfortable and like they make you happy. Do it that day, because you don't want to put yourself in a situation that you are making yourself feel like you're more anxious than you really are. So yeah. What else? I don't know. Hang out with somebody that makes you feel better about yourself, or makes you feel that you're not like a bother. Because with my anxiety, I feel like I'm always like, I don't know, I'm always extra to somebody else, and so I hang out. I spend a lot of time with Justin. He works a lot, so I'm by myself if I'm not working. But when I spend time with him, it makes me know that I'm okay. I'm not a bother. He loves me for me, and he's willing to deal with all of my stuff. I love him very much, and it's important to surround yourself with people that you love and people who love you. Yeah. So this video was probably all over the place, but I'm hoping that it helps somebody in just one way or another. It's kind of an off day for me, which means that my head is kind of fuzzy and my anxiety is pretty high, and I can't get my thoughts together quite well, but I'm trying. Part 2 is going to talk about the depression and PTSD, and then I'll probably do the part 3 as of the abuse and dealing with it and all that kind of stuff. Anxiety is my main one. Depression comes and goes. It's been here for a few months now, so and I'm also going to talk about the way that I've dealt with self-harm and being clean from self-harm, and how you can avoid not avoid, because you can't avoid them, but like how you can disregard your bad thoughts in your head and all that kind of stuff. So this is what truly my channel is going to be about, and if you made it to the end, I super appreciate you. It's a very long video, I'm sorry. But yeah. This is what truly my channel is going to be about, like I said, and I'm really 100% standing behind it as far as it's going to be mental health. Mental health, how mental health affects in everyday life. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, you can leave them down below and I can answer them. If you have any video suggestions, I can also do those. Anything like that. I definitely hope you enjoyed this video. Part 2 will be out as soon as I can do part 2. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye guys.